Yeah. Man,
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all been waiting for, Extreme Rules 2019. Picks and predictions. If you like the way how this setup is, this is probably going to be the setup for Extreme Rules when I do this live on Sunday night. With that being said, if you can tell by some 4 matches like the Undertaker, Roman Reigns match, the big matches here, as you can tell by this L, like cricket L, if you can look from the Undertaker and Roman versus Shane and Drew, from the Universal to the WWE and to the US title, those are the 4 matches that piqued my interest. Now, I'm not saying the other matches are bad. No. It's just that, for Extreme Rules, there's only 3 matches that got an extreme stipulation. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm kind of mad. I thought Extreme Rules, every match was supposed to have some type of stipulation. I mean, I guess if you count the handicap match, it's not really extreme, but at the same time, I guess you can't complain. You can't get mad. As for the card, I might add, we got 10 matches on this card, and I gotta say, after looking at this card, I don't mind this card. 10 matches, I do not mind all 10 of them. I don't mind them all. I actually think this is a pretty decent card, even though there's a lack of extreme stipulations here and there. That's the only problem that I have. But other than that, I don't have a problem with this this card. So let's get started with the match that's going to be on the pre-show. I can't see it being on the damn main show, and that's give cruiserweights a chance. And we said get divas a chance. Let's get the cruiserweights a chance. Drew Gulak will defend his cruiserweight championship against none other than Tony Nese. This is how I feel about this match. I still kind of found it odd that Tony Nese lost it. I thought he would lose it at SummerSlam, but WWE put their faith in Drew Gulak, and Drew Gulak is a good wrestler. He's a good submission wrestler, and I think Drew Gulak is going to retain the Cruiserweight Championship, so Drew Gulak will retain over Tony Nese. The Raw Tag Team Championships are on the line as the Usos versus the Revival. Let me say this right now. I'm going to say this right now for some fans of the Revival. If you're a fan of the Revival, as much as I hate the Revival, I'm sorry, I got nothing really to say. I just don't like the Revival. But at the same time, I can see why people like them. But at the same time, I've also said in my streams, who is the hottest tag team in WWE right now? It's the Usos. I mean, the Usos can cut a good promo. I love how they revamped their character a little bit. And I'm sorry, I think that as everybody wants to see the Revival get pushed, they want them to be this most dominant tag team. I'm sorry. It's not going to be the Revival, guys. It's the Usos. Like it or not, they're more entertaining. They're more entertaining, and they're more established as a tag team. And they also are the best tag team in WWE right now. Not of all time, but they are the best tag team in WWE right now. And if the Revival do beat the Usos, then something tells me they're going to wait at SummerSlam, which to me they shouldn't do. Because there's another certain tag team that needs to have their moment at SummerSlam. Let the Usos have their moment in Philly. Let them have the moment in Philly. So, for Revival fans, you're going to hate me, but I'm going to go with the Usos. The Usos are going to win those Raw Tag Team titles. Maybe you can do a best of 7 series with the Usos and the Revival to package them, to boost their stock up a little bit. You can have the payoff at Hell in the Cell, but I am going with the Usos to beat the Revival. If the Revival wins, they'll shock the hell out of me, but hey, then the Usos are your best tag team. That's your best tag team. And if the Usos do win, they're not going to hold the belts for long, because I believe that WWE is going to put the belts on the Viking Raiders sooner rather than later. So The Usos will win. They are going to beat the Revival. Sorry, Revival fans, but the Usos. Down since day one-ish. Next, you got to be careful inviting the devil into your backyard because he might enjoy it. Quote from Bray Wyatt. Even though Bray Wyatt, he could make an appearance in this pay-per-view. I really hope he does. But what I'm talking about is Aleister Black versus Cesaro. Cesaro knocked on the door and he opened it, and Aleister Black is wanting to fight Cesaro, and Cesaro answered the challenge. So it's going to be Cesaro versus Aleister Black. This is Aleister Black's debut match here on the, well, not in the main roster, but it's going to be his his first match in a while, because we haven't seen Aleister Black wrestle in a minute. So Aleister Black versus none other than Cesaro. This one's a no-brainer. Aleister Black is beating Cesaro. This is predictable as hell. This is Aleister Black. Aleister Black is beating Cesaro. There's no way Cesaro is beating Aleister Black. Next is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. It's a triple threat tag team match as Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan will defend the SmackDown Tag Team titles against the New Day and Heavy Machinery. Let me say this right now. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan are retaining. They're retaining the belts. But a lot of people are going to say, oh, why can't the New Day win the belts? Oh, why can't Heavy Machinery win the belts? I believe, and this is just my personal prediction, I think this is the reason why I said let the Usos win the Raw Tag Team titles at Extreme Rules. The Usos don't need, as much as they are established, if the Revival beats them, there's no need to have the Usos beat the Revival at SummerSlam. They're already established. Let them beat the Revival at Extreme Rules. Now, what does this match have to do with... What does that match have to do with this? Because Heavy Machinery, that's your best tag team for SmackDown. I mean, the fans like them. So why not have Heavy Machinery get their moment at SummerSlam? I mean, you can add the New Day if you want, but I believe Heavy Machinery is your best tag team to win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. They are the ones, to me, that can beat Rowan and Bryan, in my opinion. So we're going to have to wait one more month, and I promise you, the payoff between Heavy Machinery and Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan will be worth it. Because I don't see another tag team. I guess if you put the New Day, that's okay, I guess. But I don't think the New Day doesn't need another tag team title run. At least not yet. Let Heavy Machinery have their moment. So I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan to retain. But mark my words, Heavy Machinery will win those belts at SummerSlam. That to me needs to happen. Next, last man standing match, Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. I read something online and people are picking Bobby Lashley. To be honest, I think Bobby Lashley is your best bet. Because if the rumor is true that Braun Strowman has a messed up knee, and he has to take surgery and he has to need time off, I mean, Bobby is your best bet. So why not have Bobby Lashley beat Braun? I mean, I love Braun Strowman. I know a lot of people are going to say, whoa, wait a minute, why would you pick Braun? I mean, it wouldn't make no sense if Braun lost to Lashley. If he's hurt, it makes sense. Like, basically, it's like, I'm going to say this. For this match. It's a last man standing match. It's like, make Bobby Lashley, push Bobby Lashley, but also make sure that Braun is not weak in the process. That's what I feel like this is going to happen. So I believe Bobby Lashley will beat Braun Strowman. That's just my personal opinion. Bobby will beat Braun Strowman. As much as I would love for them to push Braun, I know they're never going to do it. They're never going to put a title on him. At least just... I mean, if he's hurt and he needs time off, having him lose at the last man standing match is actually a good way to write him off television. So let Bobby Lashley beat Braun Strowman. Next, the SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line as Bayley will defend her title in a 2-on-1 handicap match between Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. This match should have been a triple threat match. Personally, this sets up a Sasha Banks return. This screams out Sasha Banks return all over it. If Sasha doesn't return in this pay-per-view and Bayley somehow wins, okay, you just push Bayley to the moon. But at the same time, if Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross win, you might as well scrap the wild card. Because let me get this straight. If Alexa Bliss is from Raw, Nikki Cross is from Raw, how's that going to work? I'm sorry, the wild card rule, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like it. I really don't like it when other brands are fighting for a brand title that they're not even on, if that makes sense. But I'm going with Bayley. I don't want Bliss. If Bliss was on SmackDown and Nikki Cross was on SmackDown, I wouldn't mind it. Maybe Bliss and Nikki would win. But this screams out a Sasha Banks return, and they've been teasing the hell out of a Bayley heel turn for a while now. The way how she's been acting, just pay attention on how the way she acts. So I believe Bayley will defeat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Sasha Banks will return to help Bayley out. And we probably might get the match that we wanted to see for a while, Bayley versus Sasha Banks at SummerSlam, if that happens, because she's supposed to be coming back till before SummerSlam, so it could happen. So yeah, Sasha Banks is going to probably return, save her best friend, and we probably get the feud between Sasha and Bayley at SummerSlam. So I'm going with Bayley to retain here. Now the 4 matches that caught my eye. Like I said with Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley, it's the same with this match. The U.S. title, as Ricochet defends the U.S. title against AJ Styles. What I saw from Raw, they're pushing Ricochet, but like I said, like AJ said, you're gonna learn when to stay down. Basically, just like with Lashley and Strowman, nobody's hurt, but it's the scenario. Ricochet wins, but also it doesn't hurt AJ in the process. Like, the goal is to push Ricochet to win, but not to bury or like hurt AJ in any other way. Ricochet has defeated the Club. He's defeated Gallows and Anderson. He has defeated AJ. Personally, a lot of people will say AJ would win this match. If AJ wins this match, fine, but to me, honest, it's kind of a downgrade if you think about it. AJ going after the U.S. title is kind of a downgrade. Like him fighting for the Universal title, but hey, it's something for him to do. If you want to push up the Club, then maybe instead of the War Raiders, maybe you can have the Club and AJ hold the Raw Tag Team titles and the U.S. title if they decide to do that. But personally, I want Ricochet to win this match. I love AJ Styles, don't get me wrong. If AJ wins, I'll be happy with it. If Ricochet wins, I'll be happy with it. Either way, I'm going to be happy whoever wins this match. But I feel that Ricochet is going to be the one going to win this match. Like I said, push Ricochet to be a star, but not to hurt AJ in the process. So Ricochet will win this match. He'll beat AJ. I hope. If he doesn't, I'm not going to trip. If AJ wins, I'm not going to trip. If Ricochet wins, I'm not going to trip. So I'm going with Ricochet. The WWE Championship is on the line as Samoa Joe will be the one to dethrone Kofi for the WWE title. I'm actually kind of happy that they upgraded Samoa Joe, even though his U.S. title reign, I was expecting a long reign, but they kind of screwed that up. I'm sorry, my phone is vibrating. I'm sorry you had to hear that. It's a premiere, so you know it is what it is. But but Samoa Joe getting an upgrade to main event status to being in the WWE picture once again. Samoa Joe, is it Samoa Joe on SmackDown or on Raw? Let me know in the comment section. But personally, I think Kofi Kingston's going to retain. Kofi's going to retain. I think a Trouble in Paradise or Kofi might think outside the box and Samoa Joe. I think this rivalry can continue on to SummerSlam, in my opinion. So, or better yet, why don't you just do a DQ finish? I mean, I know it's kind of weird, DQ finish at Extreme Rules. I know, but like no finish, boo. I know that sucks, but this is the type of feud that can actually last till SummerSlam, and we can actually see if WWE are gonna finally put the plug in and have Samoa Joe hold the WWE title. I wouldn't mind Joe holding the WWE title. Kofi Kingston, personally, his reign has been so-so with me. I don't mind his reign. I don't hate his reign either. I wouldn't. There's a lot of people out there that say he's a boring champion. I mean, no one can be as boring as Jinder Mahal was. So, yeah. So Kofi is not boring. But I'm going to go with Kofi as a DQ finish. I think it's going to be a DQ finish. Kofi will retain the belt, probably by a DQ finish. I think he's going to be the one getting disqualified. So I think this could last all the way up to SummerSlam. So Samoa Joe will probably win this match by DQ. Next is the winner-take-all Extreme Rules mixed tag team match between the man's man, aka Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, will defend their titles against Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. This one's here's another no-brainer. I don't see Lacey or Baron Corbin winning those belts. And the stipulation is this: if Becky and Seth win, no more title shots for Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans. And I'm totally fine with that. As you all know, I am not the biggest Lacey Evans fans. I believe she's too muscular for her Southern Belle gimmick. I don't really care for Southern gimmicks like that. Baron Corbin, I wish he would go back to his Lone Wolf character. I hate that Constable. I hate the fact that he wrestles in a suit. Corporate Kane 2.0. But at the same time, I'm going with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Here, this is one here is a no-brainer. Becky and Seth will retain all the way. Next is the main event of the evening that should be the main event. The Undertaker and Roman Reigns against Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. Let me say this right now. I'm happy that The Undertaker is back. I still think it was weird how they added The Undertaker into this match, but I don't care. The Undertaker's in this damn match. And it's a no-holds-barred match as well. I believe that something's going to happen in this match. I believe Shane has to be the one to take the pinfall. Either Roman's going to pin him or Undertaker's going to pin him. But I believe that Kevin Owens is probably going to make an appearance in this match. What we saw on SmackDown, it's a possibility he could come up in this match and screw over Shane and Drew McIntyre, and that can set up a match between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. As for as for Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, there's been a rumor that Drew McIntyre could face The Undertaker at either SummerSlam and WrestleMania. So, if you have Undertaker, I don't want Taker pinning Drew. I don't want that to be the finish. Like I said, Shane is the one that needs to get the pin here. That needs to be pinned. So, if you have, after the match, or basically the next night on Raw, Drew attacking The Undertaker and having Drew beat Taker at SummerSlam and WrestleMania, there you can have something. You can elevate Drew. Personally, I'm mad that Drew is in a tag team. He doesn't need to be in a tag team. The man's a badass on his own. And personally, I believe he should be taking on Seth Rollins for the Universal Champion. But no, he's in this thing with Shane. So let's end this once and for all. Let's have Roman and Taker win to close out the show, with probably Kevin Owens laughing in the background, causing the match between Shane and Owens at SummerSlam. So I'm going with The Undertaker and Roman Reigns. So let's recap this, shall we? Drew Gulak retaining. The Usos winning the Raw Tag Team titles. Aleister Black defeating Cesaro. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan retaining the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Bobby Lashley beating Braun Strowman in a Last Man Standing match. Bayley defeating Bliss and Nikki Cross with a Sasha Banks return. Ricochet retaining the U.S. title. Samoa Joe winning by a DQ finish, because I believe they might extend that match till SummerSlam. I also meant to say this, that there's a possibility that Brock Lesnar could show up after that match or after the mixed tag team match. Speaking of the mixed tag team match, Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, no brainer, and then The Undertaker and Roman Reigns. So personally, only one title is going to change hands on this show, and that's the Raw Tag Team titles. Let me know in the comment section below on what your picks and predictions are. Thank you all so much for watching me ramble for Extreme Rules. I will be live streaming this show. Can't wait to see it with you guys. And as always, if you're new, thank you for watching. Welcome. If you want to be a part of the Malcgoolie channel, all you have to do is hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. Until next time, let's enjoy this phenomenal wrestling weekend. Enjoy Evolve. Let's enjoy Evolve. So for people that's going to watch Evolve, enjoy that. If you're going to join me for Fight for the Fallen in AEW, come in. We all are a family here in the Malcgoolie channel. Can't wait to have that as well for you guys. Would love to stream. Gonna be streaming that Saturday, so I'll see you then for Saturday, and then we're gonna top it off with finishing off with Extreme Rules. So until then, guys, love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you all again for all the times that we will be live, and let's enjoy Extreme Rules, Evolve, and AEW Fight for the Fallen. Until next time, God bless it at each and every one of you. My name is Malcgoolie. Let's enjoy this weekend. Peace.
Cause the OG is gonna approach me. And I can't feel your OB cause the OG is gonna approach me. And I can't feel your homie cause the OG is gonna approach me.